Hello, everyone. We're here with our second Lockout stream. For the second Lockout stream, I'll quickly introduce everyone who's here. We have, hi, I'm Andrew, or ecnerwala on Codeforces. We have Gennady here.
Hi there. I'm a tourist at Codeforces and other places.
Right. This is Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick. xiaowuc1 on Codeforces.
We have Kevin here.
Hi guys, I'm Kevin, ksun48 on Codeforces.
And then lastly, we have Neal.
Hey everyone, Neal on Codeforces and Neal Wu on Topcoder.
Okay, cool. So let's just jump. We can just jump right into the contest. So the first round we have prepared is going to be just between Gennady and me, and it'll be on eccoder round ABC round 167. So for those of you who haven't watched these streams before, this is a little like the normal programming contest, like Codeforces, in that they're going to be like 6 problems, and we're going to be Gennady are going to be racing to solve these problems. But in this format, only the first person to solve each problem is actually able to get the points. And so for this contest, it'll look like Gennady and I will be competing, and then we'll have Neal, Kevin, and Nick commentating for us. Gennady, do you want to set a time limit?
I guess we should be able to solve them reasonably quickly. So no.
Okay. Cool. Neal, do you want to commentate this one? I guess all of you guys are muted.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, we can also just do it together as a group.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna fix the camera on you.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can see on the stream. On the left side is Tur's screen. On the right side is my screen. You can see our webcams, and then we'll be marking problems as we solve them with these with the point values. So it should look like this. All right. Okay. Cool. So Gennady, do you want to count it down?
I mean, we can start. Yeah. I mean.
All right. 3.
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you guys muted your audio, right? So you can hear us? Andrew and Gennady.
I'll just take this off.
Okay. So for just opening up these problems, I haven't looked at them in advance. So I'm just seeing them for the first time too. So opening up A. Okay, so A is super easy. You're just given 2 strings, and you need to figure out if the second string is the first string plus an extra letter. So really simple. It's just a matter of who can type it faster. Now looking at B. Okay, so B, you've got A cards with the number 1, B cards with the number 0, and C cards with the number -1. And you're going to be picking up K of these cards, and you want to get the maximum total sum. So this is just a simple greedy. You just want to take the 1s first, and then take the 0s, and then finally take the -1s if you have to. because you have to get exactly k. The one tricky thing is that the numbers can go up to 2 billion, so you can't just do this as like an array. You need to just basically do this in 3 steps, where you take like min ka and then subtract that, and then do the same with b and c. Let's see. So no submissions yet.
Cool. Hey everyone. Sorry about all the technical issues. We changed some of the settings here, and hopefully this will be a bunch smoother and won't have some of the similar issues. So let us know if you have. I guess we'll keep an eye out for any future technical issues. Hopefully they won't pop up again. Cool. So it looks like we are. Okay, cool. So right now, we just paused this. We're just gonna mark this round as the first round that we ran as unrated. So should we just do round 166 instead?
Yeah, sure. We can do the next one, and then until we get rated.
Until we get a rated round.
I don't think we'll ever get a rated round at ever. My rating is a bit higher than the highest rating bound.
A little higher.
Yeah, just a little.
All right, cool. So let's just reset the scoreboard really quickly. Okay, cool. And then Neal, are you still going to be able to commentate?
Sure.
Cool. All right. So, okay. Let me get set up really quickly. All right. It is 166. Cool. All right. I'm ready. Kennedy, are you ready?
Actually, well, yeah, I am ready.
Okay.
Let me.
All right. So just for everyone who's
sure.
joining us right now, just to recap the format, we're going to be solving all 6 problems from an eccoder beginner contest. In this case, it's AVC 166, the cool thing about this format is that only the first person to solve each problem gets the points. And so these problems do have weights. They're weighted 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600. So they're 210 points total. 2,100 points total, 2,100 points total. And the first person to get the majority of them is going to win. So we're both racing to hit this like 1,100 point mark. Okay, so whenever you're ready, Kennedy. You ready?
Yep. I guess we can go.
All right, let's go then. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so let's take a look at the problems. We can start with A and just go through quickly. So okay, so this one is super simple. You're given a string that's either ABC for eccoder beginner contest or ARC for eccoder regular contest as input, and then you just print the other one. Problem B. Okay, another really simple problem. You basically just need to go through the input, see all the numbers of the snooks that do have a snack, and then figure out which ones are just totally missing.
So it looks like both people are trying problem E now. Is that correct? And they're just
Yeah, they're both on problem E. It looks like Kennedy's already testing, and he's submitting.
uh-oh.
All right,
Okay.
See if he gets it.
did he get it? It's judging.
Judging, yeah.
It looks like it's gonna get it. Looks like he's gonna get it.
It's on 45.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Okay, so given that it looks like he might want to go for F next, at least whoever whoever wins will need to get F, right? Or actually, if Andrew wants to win, he needs to get F.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at F. Variables. Yeah, so the three of us commentators are also looking at these problems for the first time. So we'll just be solving them from scratch as well.
So for the folks in chat who are asking about the lag, it's not running at like a very clean speed just because what you're seeing is like the screens of each of the contestants, but because it's screen sharing, like what you're seeing is like lag is just sort of the screen sharing isn't sending over the screens at like 30 frames per second. So there's nothing that we can do about the screen sharing being slow, but at least now like the stream is stable at least. And so hopefully you're able to at least see the stream and it's sort of running even if it's a little bit jittery.
So I think Andrew went for F, which is from about adding and subtracting one to the variables. But Gendy isn't going for the instant win on F. And I think he started on problem B. Is that right?
It's a little hard to tell because
Looks like
C.
Oh, it's from C. Okay.
So if he gets this, he'll have 800.
I think he's gonna try to solve the 500, the 300, and then he's probably gonna do the 200 and the 100 because
you could just do those real quick while Andrew's trying to do the 600.
Yeah. This is the yeah. He might look at D to see if it's all super fast to code, which it could be because it's a coder, but A and B will be really straightforward, and it looks like he's going for B and A in that order.
Yep. Yeah. Those are definitely straightforward. So let's see. Do you guys have any thoughts on like on problem F?
I actually haven't looked at problem F.
It doesn't seem super straightforward. So I can. Did you already explain it or?
Oh, I didn't yet. Yeah, you can go ahead.
You basically have three variables and you have to make a bunch of choices, and each choice is something like you can either add one to one variable or subtract one for one variable. So the choices you'll get are add one to A and subtract one from B, add one to A or subtract one from C, or add one to B and subtract for C. So, and you need to make sure the numbers are always non-negative.
But I think you said that a little bit wrong. So it's if you get A, B, you have to take A and B. You have to add one to one of them and subtract one from the other one. Right. The only thing you can pick is which one you did the adding and which one you did.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So you're basically moving one from one of the numbers to the other numbers, but you can choose which direction to move it. So it seems like as long as all the numbers start big enough, you should be able to always just move the if if there are enough numbers, you should be able to just move the let's say tokens back and forth. So if we have one that's allocated for the A-B side, every time we get an A-B, we can move it back and forth from A to B. And if we have one for each of them, we'll be able to do this.
We keep one just for AB, we keep one for AC, we keep one for BC. And we keep flipping it back and forth.
Okay,
So if we start with one on A, one on B, and one on C, then that's sufficient to do this.
Man.
So
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Kennedy just finished.
it's over.
Man, that was rough. I actually don't know how to do either of these problems still.
D or F?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just looking at F. We had some ideas, but we didn't get a full solution.
Can you just greedily do it maybe? I don't know. I started off working on E and then got sniped by Kennedy.
For
So
F, if there's at least 3 tokens total at the beginning, you should usually be able to do it.
yeah, and if there's not 3, then you have some parity constraints, which is something you can look at. But I don't really know. Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah, I think F is pretty tricky. It's definitely by far the hardest problem, so
Yeah.
I'm unlucky.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
Hey there.
after Kennedy solved D, I needed to solve F, and F is really hard.
Which one did you
Yeah, I
start
haven't
with?
looked
You
at
started
it.
with
Or sorry, after he solved E, I needed to solve F.
Okay. Well,
So at some point you had to get all of the remaining problems right.
I mean, after he solves the 500, I need to solve the 600, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
So you mean
we
that
didn't
500 is
figure it
like the
out.
critical problem, right?
Yeah.
Did you get sniped or what?
Yeah, I got sniped on the 500.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering how the scorecard turned out this way.
Well, but I already knew your strategy from the last unrated round, right?
Yeah, well, I was going to do D, and then I was actually going to start 400 this time,
Okay.
but I actually did not know how to do the 400 either.
Okay. Yeah. I took a look at 400 and I just decided to go for 300, 200, 100.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
yeah,
seems.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it seems hard.
I think what you do is you basically
Factorize?
you brute force.
A minus B.
You might you just brute force on both of them, I think, and eventually the fifth powers are at more than 10 to the 9 apart.
I mean, you can just brute force A minus B, right? And then
And then iterate upwards.
Then maybe iterate, maybe binary search, but I guess iterate also.
Yeah, I think you can prove that the absolute value of the max absolute value is almost 150 or so, and then you just
you just check A and B both in the range 150 to minus 150, I think.
What's 150?
Okay.
It's the fourth root of X basically.
Yeah, it's like the fourth root of 2 times 10 to the 8. If you expand A plus 1 to the 5th.
People are saying you guys should do a rap battle.
No, not today.
What about
That's
F?
gonna be another stream.
What did you agree about on F? So you have n events, so you have to add a. Okay.
You can't.
Did I pull?
Okay, I understand the problem now.
Oh, I see.
Let me.
Yeah, so in the chat we get some formula for a to the 5th power minus b to the 5th power. But I mean, yeah, sure. But so then you brute force over a minus b, and then you get the remaining, right? So you have to find b or a after that, right?
I think it's actually you don't even need to brute force over a minus b. It's just you have the bounds. I'm just gonna try to submit this right now because I'm confident that it should work.
Yeah, I think the A minus B thing works, but it's more complicated than you need to do. Based on what we were talking about earlier, you can just check all A, B in the range, like a relatively small range, something like negative 150 to 150.
Okay.
Because if if A and B are out of that range, then if either one is out of that range, then basically the difference should be
So is problem
10 to the 9.
okay. So is problem F easy actually? Isn't F easy?
I
I
think
mean, I think that if the total of variables is at least 3, then you can always make at least 2 of them non-zero after each move.
yeah, and I think the same is true when the sum of variables at least 2, but
Well, so for 2,
in that case, your
if you
choice
have
doesn't
0, 1,
matter.
1, and then you have, if you have 0, 1, 1, and then you're asked like BC, then you have to choose, right? So
Yeah, but you can choose based on like a future query. So like
yeah, okay, yeah, sure. You
it's
choose, right?
yeah, you have to look in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
You also did.
maybe if the total is less than 3, then maybe you just do DP. I don't know, but it's too hard, right?
Yeah. You also have to deal with edge cases
You
with
have
like
the
if you
move.
you have to deal with edge cases like if you start off with 2 of them empty or something.
Okay, so we have this solution for problem D, which apparently gets accepted. Okay. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, so it just says that we need only small integers.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the difference, yeah, so otherwise, yeah.
Because it's
okay.
fourth power, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, yeah, force powers are at most X, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not that hard after all.
Yeah.
But initially it looks a bit scary because like other problems look more straightforward. And this
Yeah,
one
yeah.
takes some thought.
Take some thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I think we said that next.
Yeah, it's unrated, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
guess this is
so I
rated.
gain some rating?
Unfortunately, you're still above the rating cap for this round. So
I don't think you gained any rating because Andrew didn't actually submit.
You won a contest with one player.
Have you seen the bug at top quarter when there was a contest with one player?
It was Piotr, right? He got
Piotr, yeah,
got to 0.
Was changed to actually, well, it was not a number. So it was division. I think it was 0.
You seen the bug where Kevin's just got removed?
Yeah.
Oh, so there was really a contest where only Piotr was in it?
I think it was a parallel round, yeah.
Yeah, it was a parallel round to like round 3B, where there were only 4 participants allowed because 4 participants advanced from 3A. So, and he was the only one taking part.
Which year was that?
I mean, so there was round 3A, in which top 4 advanced to the finals, and then there was round 3B, where the top 4 advanced to the finals as well, but only the advancers from 3A could participate in the parallel round. And
Yeah, which year was that?
I think he was the only one there. Yeah, he was only one of 4 who came. But that's what I think.
All right. So we're going to quickly transition. We're going to let's keep talking about this contest. But I think we should start setting up the next round. So I guess Nick and Kevin were going to compete.
Yep.
Is the next one the div 4 or that's it?
I think we'll do another ABC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The div 4 is quite nice. I like the net prompts.
Okay. We can do that in a bit.
After that, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys feel free to keep discussing. I'm gonna start a little setup. You can talk if you want.
Sure. It's still showing your video since you're displayed, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, this is.
So we are going to do div 4 then, so we should talk about that. I guess I wasn't here for 167, so I can.
Well, 167 we hit screen issues, so we just. I was totally gonna wreck yours.
Okay, so are we doing 165 next?
I think so. So here, let me just end some of these calls and then.
There's an editorial link. We can. Yeah, actually, we cannot, I guess, but anyway. Wait a second.
Oh, is the stream lagging again?
Yeah, it's lagging for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuck again.
Yeah, it's stuck.
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Okay, I'll move this here.
Oh, we need get your work laptop. Or you want this?
I need my I'm not logged into Facebook.
What's going on
What
here?
am I doing? All right, cool.
You're also plugged in there, so I want you to sit on that side.
I guess that's great.
Um,
We're back. About to get started right there. We just need to get the bingo sync back. It's actually quite unfortunate. This laptop has died. All right, cool. There we go. People are saying stream's back on. All right, so this is, you also have to change it to say ABC 155, right? So yeah, we got Kevin versus Nick here. Kevin, known for being very good at solving hard problems. Nick is known for being very good at solving easy problems.
All right, Kevin, if you lose, I'm going to be very disappointed in you.
If you lose, I'm going to be even more disappointed in you, Nick.
All right,
Wait,
who does everyone have?
I
Commentators,
still
what's your
lose.
guess? I'm calling Nick.
Right? Like our CF ratings differ by like 700.
Yeah, but I'm overrated.
Come on. Yeah, your rating's 2930. I'm like 2270.
Is
We
this
should
set up?
see how we have the lockout thing set up. It's actually disgusting. It doesn't show 6x1, so we have to paste it together.
Oh no.
Is it?
That's beautiful. I've never seen one. Looks so beautiful. Is that your HTML?
Well, the thing is, I didn't press any buttons, so as long as I do the same
Don't
thing,
worry about it.
then it's fine.
All right, 155, 165. I mean,
165.
I think so, right?
We can also do one of the earlier ones.
I think 165. I read 165. So we can talk.
Oh no, let's go 154. You know, I mean, that's the only one I know. That's the only one I cannot compete it on.
What's
Okay.
that?
154.
Well, we can do that one next too.
Which
Oh,
one?
no, I mean it's the one I know, so I can be at least
150?
commentating.
Oh, I see. I
Well,
see. I
okay,
see.
anyway, I mean up to you, but
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Strong opinions. 154 versus 165. They're both nice multiples of 11.
I mean, you can pick whatever. I don't care. Just pick whatever.
Nothing else of value to contribute. I mean, we'll do more than one round, right? So we could just do both of them. I guess.
I can
Yeah.
do 154 and 155. I'm fine with both.
We could just do a combined round. No,
well,
we can
okay.
do, let's do
So
154.
we are live, so let's
do 154.
Okay.
let's
Yeah, I have to go solve all those
let's get
problems.
started, right?
154?
Oh.
54? Are we doing 154?
Yeah, I meant that one, but what's
Wait, Kennedy, is this the one that we played? I don't remember.
no? I just know the problems of that one, the only one. But never mind. I mean, you can do any one. Let's go 165. I mean, I don't care.
No, I thought we played this round actually. At
Well,
least
I did-
I've done this round as well, so I thought it means we played it.
I did not, but yeah, okay. I mean,
Anyway, 154. Let's do it.
I mean, you, Scott,
Alright,
and
yeah.
Andrew, yeah, you have solved it, but Kevin and Nick have not.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
when you tell us to start, we just
start doing the
prompts
and
and mute this.
Is there any echo? No. All right. It's good. Really frozen? Yeah, I mean our own video is frozen. But
Yes.
Yeah, next time. Okay. That sounds good. Do they hear an echo? No, they say it's lagging. Yeah, I think that's just the stream lagging. So hopefully the. I think it'll clear up. Yeah. They say resolution is too small, can't read the code. Oh yeah, Nick and Kevin, can you just like show your code in larger resolution?
Okay. So like in my editor.
Kevin seems to echo a lot to me.
Is that big enough? I can't tell.
What do you guys think, chat?
Yeah, that's just because Kevin is.
Yeah, Nick's looks big enough.
Can you see
Yeah.
mine?
That looks good.
Is mine fine?
Can you?
Yeah.
Kevin, can you tell Kevin to mute? Tell Kevin to mute the one.
Okay, I'll.
Or mute the chat. That's the screen share.
Nice. That looks readable. Yeah, people like it.
Nick is using Python.
Hey, don't give it away. All right. Are we gonna get started? So
Should I
You guys
still
have to
mute the screen share? Because I don't. The mute button doesn't do anything.
Well, that's because you're on your phone, right?
I know, but the mute button on the computer for the screen share doesn't. I can't click it.
No. You mute your computer audio.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You mute your phone. Well, for me, I have headphones. I'm gonna take my headphones off.
Yeah.
But
I'll
you
just
also
take my
can't listen
headphones
to the
off.
commentary because we're gonna be.
Yeah. I'll just
Talking
listen to
about
nothing.
People are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Andrew, you're not in the mic. Right.
Okay, so which one are we doing?
All right, let's get started then. In
Wait.
3, 2,
Wait, which contest?
1, go.
154.
Okay.
So they're both starting on the right contest, which is a good sign.
That's good. I think Nick's already a little bit ahead.
So Kevin is starting on A. Nick is starting on D.
Very interesting strategy. It seems like the reverse of.
I know Kevin is starting on the 200. Interesting.
I remember this contest. The problem is you have a string, and you just have to output the string, but in X. That's a great problem. Right, what are the samples?
Get AC?
Already all X's. Just
Okay,
make
you
sure
got
you
AC.
do something wrong there.
So yeah, we are live, and so Kevin started with B, right?
We got double Python here.
Right.
Wait,
So Kevin
I can't.
has not marked his problem yet.
Kevin's doing C, actually.
Kevin passed his problem.
Problem C is you're given a list of elements and you have to output whether or not they're distinct. I think this contest had one of the easier APCs. The later problems seem.
Hey, can you check the submissions?
Yeah.
The scores right here.
Yeah, we got 200 from Kevin.
Which one is Nick doing?
Nick is doing
Nick
problem
was-
D. Nick is doing problem D.
D?
The first
Yeah.
400.
Yeah, Nick passed 400.
Okay.
Wow, this is quite quick. Got to HTML it up. Someone else should go on that and click 30 days. I can do it.
It's interesting which ones they'll choose to go for now.
Oh, the scoring is broken now, unfortunately.
Okay, so Kevin is trying to knock out C. And Nick just submitted.
Oh, sorry. This is Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're both doing C. It looks like Nick just got before him. Oh no, Nick got wrong answer.
So why would you do C if you were
It looks like he only took adjacent elements. Did he forget to sort?
You could do.
I mean, I guess it's easy enough that you should just do it, but like,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of weird to have 700 points because there's no way to get 400. I think in general that's an area that could use a lot of optimization. Like, I don't think we've thought enough about it. Like, you should go for exactly 1/2 plus 1.
Okay, Nick got AC.
Nice.
Kevin noticed. Oh, Kevin's doing E instead.
You're filling out. See?
Nick passed C. Yeah, it took him 2 minutes. Find a number of integers between 1 and n that contain exactly k non-zero digits in base 10. I think we played this round, Andrew.
Right.
I wonder. Yeah, this problem is rough.
Yeah, this problem you have to. I remember now. I spent the entire round doing this problem.
Yeah, I remember. Wait, I think I actually swept you in this round.
Because I spent the entire round doing this problem.
You picked the hardest problem. But yeah, so I don't know. I actually think that both of them like have made some strategy bugs. Like, it might just be because of how it turned out, but like Kevin, for example, needs to get 500 and 600. And if that were the case, he should have just done that anyway, instead of doing any of the other problems. And Nick is in a good spot where he can choose either E or F, but like it's still unclear.
Yeah, Nick is going for E, and then
If Nick can do this problem in like 2 minutes, he's just a god. I'm pretty sure.
can you tell what Kevin is doing?
He's doing F.
Is that F?
Right, yeah. Which is the way to go. It seems reasonable.
How big is the input?
For F?
Oh, he's doing F.
F is like
No,
a million
he's doing
each.
E.
Kevin?
Oh, sorry. Kevin is doing F.
Yeah.
Kevin's doing F,
Which
so
is kind of
Nick is
unfortunate because he like made the wrong call. He kind of has to like make the read on Nick.
But I don't. Isn't Nick's code gonna TLE? Like
He's already wrong, actually.
Nick's. Sorry, what are the bounds on this?
Yeah, it's
100.
like if you do 100 cubed times 10 cubed, it's no good, right?
So it's too slow,
Well,
right?
especially if it's in Python.
Python?
Right. I don't know if you could even do 100 cubed.
No, I think it could be fast enough. We'll see.
He got
Or
wrong.
Python though.
So
He got wrong.
He
and then
resubmitted.
did it again.
Still
he got wrong again.
Yeah.
Wrong. Okay.
I think he might be failing samples even. And Kevin here is.
Yeah, the F is like you kind of combine the identities. You remember this problem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
this
just,
problem
like,
is pretty
hockey stick.
interesting.
It
The
is
idea is
pretty
that the problem statement is that you have a one common thing you can do is you can
Kevin
oh,
is
wow, Kevin
searching
just got it.
Pascal's triangle.
one common thing we can do is we can say, like, given a rectangle, like how many paths are there that go right and upwards from the lower left corner to the upper right corner. And that's a pretty classical problem. And the answer is just like it's the rows plus columns. Choose the number of rows. You're pretty much choosing which ones you go up and right.
Yep. When
And
you go
for this
right.
one, we're actually trying to choose how many pairs. We're trying to find actually the sum of these numbers.
Kevin's
for
wrong.
all.
Yeah, but actually, an
We're trying to
important
find the
point
sum of these
is
numbers
that,
in some range.
X summation is
and
also
so
equal, yeah.
you can actually there's actually some pretty cute bijective proof of this. It turns out that this thing is equal to like r plus c plus 1 choose, or r plus c plus 2 choose r plus 1
Right. Well, the
minus
first
1 or something.
first thing that you do always is when they give you like an interval, like R1, R2, C1, C2,
Mhm.
you just make that into 4 prefix rectangles, right?
Right,
So
right.
you do like R2, C2 to 0, 0,
Mhm.
R1, C1 to 0, 0, and so on. Yeah, and you subtract. But yeah, then there's some nice hockey stick
Mhm.
that makes it work out. So
Right.
Kevin's wrong on F.
Nick has started
Nick is wrong on E.
from scratch. He started from scratch. actually.
Kevin is about to be wrong in E2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Nick has this nice mix of wrong answer, TLE, and accepted on each of the cases of E. Now he just needs memory limit.
Well, I guess this time
People forget that the goal is
Nick's
the
solution
goal is not
faster.
necessarily to get all accepted. It's really you
It's
want
to get all the
you want to get
verdicts.
as many verdicts
Because you
as
get points per verdict.
possible.
That's kind of sad. We don't get to see people do A. A was a great problem.
Is A the X problem or no?
Yeah,
No,
A
no,
is
B was
not-
the X problem.
Okay.
A is if Kevin wins, he's got. I actually think Kevin has a decent shot here. I think it's like 25-30%. Like he's behind, but
Well, he needs to
500
do
has a lot
both.
of details, and like if you do it wrong in Python, you could fall down the rabbit hole.
I
Oh,
think
okay, so
500.
Kevin is doing 500.
500 is probably the hardest problem.
If he can
Yeah,
have an
Andrew
edge.
can tell you all about it.
I guess if Kevin wins on 500, he can beat Nick by getting the 600 then.
Yeah, he would have been
That's
better
fair.
off if he picked
I mean,
the
I'm-
as Nick, but
I would expect Kevin to be faster on 600.
Yeah, I think 600 is very good for him.
So he has to beat Nick on 500.
Is he doing? He's doing 500 now, right?
Yep, yep.
All right, that's a good
But
call.
still a chance.
He must have seen the wrong.
right.
But Nick is almost done, I guess. He's
So
doing, like-
another concept I want to introduce is baiting people with wrong submits. Like you should just wrong submit a problem, and then they think you're working on that problem, and then you do that.
But I mean, I don't look into submissions, so I don't see if my opponent got it wrong.
But that's not good too. Like you should adapt based on what they're doing.
But I don't know if someone submitted a wrong one. I mean, whatever.
We were talking about more of that. If you
One of the
submit
points
wrong-
we discussed is that should the competitors be able to see the submissions of other competitors? I mean, the fact that your opponent submitted and got wrong is also important for you. So you know what problem your opponent is working at.
Yeah, we talked
And
about
then-
penalty and stuff like that also. I think
Yeah,
a
so-
nice suggested house rule is whenever you submit and it's wrong, your code becomes public.
Yeah.
I think your thing about baiting with wrong submissions is like, it's kind of funny because it shows that case where you want to be like one level ahead of your opponent, but not 2 levels ahead. So if you think your opponent is looking at the submissions and then checking those out and then deciding what to do, then it's good. But if they're not doing that, then you're just wasting your time because you're 2 levels too far.
Yeah, it's like a rock paper scissors mix up. Sure.
So how are they doing?
Looks like both of them are still looking at E. E is honestly so hard.
Yeah, the problem is that you're given a large number with 100 digits, and you want to find the number of distinct integers smaller than it that have at most 3 non-zero digits, or at most k non-zero digits, and k is one up to
Yes,
3.
take care of 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, but
The first attempt,
they're a lot easier.
But if you do this with for loops, then like there's
first
not
attempt
really a
of
quick
Nick
way.
was try 3 positions of digits and try all possible values of digits.
Mhm.
So it was 100 cubed by 10 times 10 cubed, right?
Mhm.
And also Python numbers, so it was too slow.
Yeah,
More than
yeah,
a billion.
that right. Because every time you multiply these numbers, like Nick was actually working with them as numbers, and so
Oh.
10 to the 100 is also a 100 time.
Yeah,
It's
and so we don't have any tournament brackets in
Right.
this time. We just have fun rounds like PvP.
I thought they were rated.
Yeah. They sure rated, but we don't have any global like tournament.
Yeah, it could be nice to set up another tournament soon.
Yeah, sure, we
Yeah.
can do that.
Pay to
But
enter.
this time we are just having fun, having
Yeah.
fun, you know.
Yeah, it looks like Kevin
Um,
is taking a different route than Nick, where he
Nick is debugging now,
yeah.
so I guess he's pretty close. Unless he gets time limit exceeded again because of Python.
as Python.
But it's actually PyPy, right? So it could be a bit better.
Right.
How many operations can you do in PyPy in a second? I thought it was still at least like 10x slower.
I think it depends on the type of operations. So for some operations, it's almost as fast as C++ and up. And for some operations, it's much slower, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So Kevin is doing kind of an unorthodox move here. He's testing his code. Usually you just submit and you let the
I used to
tell you.
Maybe if we introduce some penalties, then testing is also important. Because I actually like testing my code even before submitting. Probably it's wrong, unoptimal, you know. So
Yeah,
the winner from this match might or might not face me in the next round. We'll figure it out. So, yep. Kevin is going for a different approach, right? So Nick is trying to brute force the numbers, but this time he's not just doing brute force like the for loops. He is trying to do some kind of backtracking, as I can see. And Kevin is going for a faster approach, it seems.
Right, and it looks like Nick has actually transitioned to C++.
Great.
So it seems like for this problem, it's actually better to just write out the real digit DP. Is that right?
Doesn't
Yeah.
look good for Nick,
Let me
but-
pull up our old solutions to this
Yeah,
problem.
the digit DP is the right way to go.
It's kind of a bait problem where it's like
We went through a lot.
it's good enough to do the for loops, but you have to be really careful.
Yeah, I think I would be tempted to do digit DP actually in this problem.
Yeah, digit
That's
DP
my
is the way
first
to go.
idea.
Yeah, I think my solution in the end
Kevin
was
got
the
500. Kevin got 500, so it changes quite a lot.
oh he got the 500.
So now it's only up to
Oh,
600.
okay.
Does
And
Nick
also
know?
the question
He
how fast
hasn't
Nick
noticed
is it.
though, has he?
Yeah, hopefully. We have to.
Did you mark it?
Yep. So now it's marked with blue, and hopefully Nick notices it quick enough.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
working.
it's sad that
Ping him.
100 problem is not important now. It's sad. So
Just call him real quick and be like, hey.
Nick is yet to see that he is too late on 500. I guess he doesn't have any notifications. When I was doing lockout last time, I didn't have any notifications either, so I just switched through between screens to check if anyone solved the problem I was working on.
Right. When we did some of these in person, we had a table in the middle where you mark which problems you solved.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
you bait people into running towards the table.
Yeah, you actually it was actually a rule that you had to run to the table to mark problems, but you also had to run to the table to see what the other team marked.
Kevin got
Right, and while you're there, you might as well
now.
pick up the pen. And
and look like
Do
you're
it
marking
all
something so
over
that they have to run it back.
Hey, Kevin won. It's
You
over
won?
now. Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey guys,
very,
Hi,
very
Kevin.
clean.
What
Okay.
happened?
happened?
Nick is yet to notice
Fix
that
it
he
in
won.
1 minute.
Wow.
All right, Kevin, go get the 100.
Yeah, sure. Do it.
The one?
Oh,
I
it was
It was
kind of
like
long,
Nick
so
so I
I
didn't.
Yeah, actually, short problems are better because, like,
Oh,
actually 100,
God.
200, 300 are quite similar in difficulty.
Yeah.
Like 300 could be just 100, but maybe not really. I guess for beginner context,
Oh, this
100
problem
is actually. But I mean, for quad forces, I'm pretty sure that 300 could be just 100. Like
Yeah.
this-
Well, I think
Yeah,
this
you-
one
you-
especially has pretty easy ABC. Like most ABC, the C or something is harder.
Yeah, so I guess A and B are not always important, but as you could see in the previous match, A and B actually were important.
Yeah.
So, for example, I solved A, B, C, and E. So it was 100, 200, 300, 500, 1100 in total. So it was just enough. But sometimes lower weighted problems matter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
what?
Nick, it's yet to. Yeah, so Nick, what is Nick doing?
Nick is also
Well
Nick
done.
passed 100.
Wait,
Oh.
how
So he went for 100. Okay.
he did the first four, right?
Or no, never
No,
mind.
he did.
Didn't you get B, Kevin?
Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, so you just did C and D. See, I'm so lost.
Nick won on the 100.
Wait,
Right, yeah,
was
so
I
those are
supposed to be looking at the
adapt
video?
that people can do is look
Yeah.
at the scoreboard.
Can you send me it?
It's in the Hangout chat.
I guess you can't look on stream.
But I was looking at the encoder submissions history, so I think it was fine for me.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Well, actually, I wasn't doing that, and I didn't think that we are allowed to do that. I guess you should agree for some reason.
Oh, but I didn't have the bingos.
No, I think you're allowed to look at the submit history.
Yeah, also, you're supposed to mark the problems in the bingo sync yourself, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's fine, that's fine.
That's not a big deal.
Oh, I don't have.
in the chat.
I don't
Oh,
have
I'm not in the
that
chat.
thing.
Kevin got the 100 wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm completely misread the question.
You
I don't
why
have
do
the
you?
bingo thing.
I thought you were just supposed to print the string that was different.
I don't remember the problem, but I don't think it was that.
No, it's just
Like, the two
number
numbers.
of red balls, number of blue balls.
Numbers,
You
Kevin.
give 1 to decrementers.
Right. Yeah. It's yeah. It was. I would argue that problem B was considerably easier.
Problem C was considerably easier.
Yeah.
It might have been a couple lines ago.
Also, C was the shortest one. That's important.
Well, I
Yeah.
had a bug in my C. Do you know?
Oh, you didn't sort it?
Can you
guys know what's wrong with this
do you
code?
guys
Like,
know what's wrong with this code? Like,
Which code?
oh, what is it? This?
is it this?
Kevin, you're
Wait, B
coming in on multiple strings.
equals, yeah.
I'm
what?
Mute yourself on one of your devices.
Just pick one.
Wait, I'm only in the. Did I join the call in a different device? Okay,
Is your screen
okay,
share not
I'll-
muted?
Okay, okay. Is it fine now?
I think it's better.
I can't mute the screen share one.
Len of
If you're
list of set of B
I can hear him.
equals to len of
That's
B.
because you're listening to him.
Oh,
Kevin,
right.
mute the other one.
No,
I-
he can't.
Oh.
I don't know why I can't like. Oh wait, okay.
It's okay. We'll just tell you what Kevin
Oh wait,
said.
Okay.
wait. Can you hear me now?
All right.
One? I blocked microphone access.
Okay.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I think that's fine.
So,
What's
what's
my
my bug?
Maybe it's not the right capitalization.
No. It's just not running like unhashable type list.
You can't hash list.
Your
Wait.
bug is that the input
No.
split returns a list already. So you put it into a list, so you have a list of one
Oh,
element.
shit.
Yeah.
And definitely the list of one element has all elements distinct, right? Always.
Alright.
I see.
So it's always yes. So you just have to remove the square bracket.
All right.
Anyway.
I think I found my E bug, so it should pass now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you did like 3 times. You tried to solve
But-
E 3 times, right?
Their two solutions on E collectively were faster than how long it took me to solve it. So.
Really?
Even is a hard problem.
Oh wait, you can do. Oh, I'm so dumb. You can do E in like 100 cubed times something, right? I did like 1,000, so I could have probably squeezed it, right?
I think mine is faster. Mine is over 100 times something, or 100 squared.
Oh, I mean, I did it like the proper way. Did like I did it so that it doesn't. It's much like it doesn't depend on.
Can I put on my headphones and connect to this actually?
Go ahead.
How do I do that?
Actually, I was having
flashbacks to when I couldn't increment number in that open cup.
Maybe the moral of the story here is that I'm just washed up. Actually, I already knew that, so that's fine. It's so sad.
All the problems matter. Yeah, the problems do all matter. I think we've had rounds with this format where for each problem it's mattered quite a bit.
Yeah, it really depends on what the contestants do. Like here, all the problems ended up mattering, except for maybe the 100.
Yeah,
But,
100 doesn't matter.
Well, it was kind of weird actually because of how you guys played it. Like Kevin did the 200 at first, but then it got to the point where only 5 and 600 were left, and he had to get both. So the 200 stopped being kind of relevant. And then Nick, you had like 3 and 400,
This is very sad.
and then like, because your goal should be to get exactly 1100 points, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't
but-
going for the exact window. Wait, Kevin, was your strat like 2, 3, 6?
Yeah, I was trying to do the 300, but then like when I couldn't figure out my Python thing, I abandoned it.
Yeah.
So then I don't know what I was trying to do. I was just panicking.
I was just panicking.
and trying to solve whatever.
There's definitely some.
Actually, it's interesting because I think that I would be using C++ like for almost any problem, unless I need like big integers. But in almost any case, I would use C++. But maybe Python can do some stuff better, on faster. Like
I don't know.
yeah,
Still
for example, your
don't like
solution to 300 is quite short, right? So
Yeah,
just
but-
correct, but still quite short.
You make U and V strings.
Yeah.
F for Nick, yeah. F.
Yeah, that was very. I just did badly. I should have like the moment that I like messed up the brute force. I should have just switched to C++ because it would have been more reliable. Because I spent like 3 minutes staring at stuff and then realized I had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah. Did you consider going for 600?
I didn't even read it, which might have been a mistake. I thought I had to do the 500, and I was like, that looks fine. I'm gonna open the.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the right call because F was pretty mathy. Like if you had E, then it seems like that's the one to go for.
Yeah, Kevin just kind of looked at the table and then typed something. It was kind of
Yeah,
it was really impressive.
It was quite strange. Yeah.
No,
Well, what
he
I was doing-
actually Googled Pascal triangle, right?
Yeah, what I was doing is so I just took the first like 9 3x3 square of Pascal's n table, got 19, which is 20 minus 1. So then it's
So then
I
you
just
submitted
printed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your bug then?
What? Oh, I had the wrong mod and also the wrong and.
I
I
need
didn't
to
know.
echoing a bunch.
Oh, this
Something.
looks a
Yeah,
lot
it's
like
not-
the Kickstart problem.
Wait,
I'm
I'm
still
still
echoing.
echoing.
No, I think they think I'm echoing, but I like.
I actually don't hear the echo from Nick. I just hear it from Kevin.
But that could mean that Nick, you're hearing
Yeah,
it.
for those of you
Nick,
who have
are you? Can you mute your
Nick
screen
on
share?
the top and Kevin is on the bottom.
I don't have. I'm
Okay, you are muted. Okay.
no, I'm muted on my screen share.
No, I think it's just Kevin.
And so what should I do? Because my
One
computer
has
has
sound off
and
my
my
phone
phone
is
is headphones.
Yeah. I don't.
So do I have
actually
two
like
mics
it,
on?
so- Maybe, but I don't think. Yeah, probably. I guess.
Like my mic is connected
I'm
to
gonna
my.
turn off my
screen
screen
share
and
and
tell
tell
me
me
if
if
it
it fixes it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Like,
turned
would
it
you
off.
just be able to? You should just be
Is
able
it-
to tell if you're muted or not, because on the screen share, you should see that if the mic muted symbol is on there. Like I toggled mine to confirm.
Yeah.
Kevin, can you say something?
Hi.
Cool.
Okay, I turned off the screen share though. I'm gonna
Yeah.
rejoin.
Okay.
So we should set up for the next match anyway, so
Okay.
we can
Yeah, cool.
move things around.
Um.
Right, who's
Yeah.
playing next?
Well, we can do winners if we want.
Well, we have
Two
just two
winners.
participants who have not done a match today yet.
We can do. I think Scott and Neil. Did you guys want to participate?
Yeah. Brothers battle, right?
You want me to just destroy Neil in front of everybody?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Destroy Neil in front of everybody.
So Neil,
Neil, you in?
What's up?
Are you in for destroying Scott?
We can do it.
You
Okay.
guys sound so reluctant.
I mean, I feel bad.
All right, enough of this trash talk.
So I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, so next up we'll be doing Neil Wu versus Scott Wu,
Yeah.
and we'll have to
Neil versus
configure
Scott
the
Wu.
stream and
Let
be right
Right.
back, right?
me.
I actually looked at 165 already. in preparation.
Yep. Hey everyone. I think we are back.
Oh wait, there
yeah. Let me change the.
Andrew,
I
can you
think it
mute
was
on the call with me?
165. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, I looked at 165, so we should
No,
do
is
that
it
one.
not?
Yep. Hey everyone. I think we are back. Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. So we should be back. And next we have the rivalry between the Wu family, I guess. So this is going to be Scott and Neal on Accoder round 164. All right. And so it'll be what?
I'm ready, dude. I got my music going.
all right. Just don't listen to me.
I mean, yeah, you can't talk. Sorry.
All right. So commentating, I guess it'll be me, Kennedy, Nick, and Kevin commentating.
All right.
And yeah, so it should be good. Are you guys ready? Neal?
Yeah, let me just.
I'm ready whenever.
Do you guys have the bingo sync open?
Oh, I do. Okay, yeah, right here.
Okay. Cool. And you have it open. Great. Cool. All right. Then in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
We are told that Scott's screen is a bit cropped, but we can still see all the code, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, I think we'll just focus a little bit closer on the code instead of his
That's right.
instead of the browser. It's you got to crop it somehow.
Yeah. It'll be fine. We should be able to see what problem he's working on.
Right.
Yep. So Scott is working on C, and Neal.
Neal's also working in C.
Oh wow.
They're
Interesting.
just putting on a show for us. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, Scott is instantly submitting. He hasn't chosen the language. That's what I didn't do the first time too. That's a small mistake, but could be important.
Well, you had to log in, if I remember correctly. So.
Yeah, last time I even had to log in. That's even worse. That's right. So
Yeah.
we have Scott winning the first problem by 11 seconds.
Oh,
Did they both submit?
Yeah, but
They
both
both
of them got
submitted.
accepted.
they both submitted and they both got AC.
Yeah, but Scott got it.
11 seconds.
Wow. And now Scott is going for B, actually. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so it looks like he might be going for the 3-2-6.
Maybe 3-2-1-5, like I did against Andrew.
Yeah, 3-2-1-5 also actually probably makes more sense.
Actually, if you get 3-2-1, then it's kind of close to victory, right? So he needs just one of 5 or 6. Well, I don't know.
Execution on B.
Scott submitted the 200, and he got it.
Okay. Neal's going on A? Is that what it is?
Is Neal working on A, actually? Really?
Neal just says A.
Neal's going for A. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Except that Scott's submitted it.
Yeah.
So.
Scott is starting working on A, but Neal should be faster, right?
Well, Neal got the A.
Neal
No,
got
Neal
A.
got A. Neal got A.
And Scott's also got the wrong answer on A, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Scott's out, C out on instead of on safe. Okay. Ah, no, it was C out on and then safe. Okay. Just the condition was wrong. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now Scott is reading 500. Interesting. But we cannot see what Neal is reading.
Neal, yeah, we can't see what he's reading, but it looks like he has D open.
Scott is reading 500 because 500 is not enough for Scott, right? I guess you should go for 600. Yeah, Scott is now reading 600. But that's probably the correct strategy. But then also, if Neal knows Scott's strategy, then Neal should go for 600 now.
So Neal is doing 400 and a 600, which I think
Yeah,
is.
but he has to start with 600. That's the point.
Well, if he thinks Scott isn't starting with the 600, then he shouldn't also.
Yeah, but actually, like for Scott, no problems. Except, like, I mean, maybe Scott could go for 400, 500, but that's quite unlikely, right?
I mean, if he thinks he's not good at the 600 problem, then maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If Scott doesn't think he's going to get the 600, he can get 400, 500 faster, then it makes sense for him to do
Yeah,
that.
but the main thing is that Neal has to get 600 because 400 plus 500 are not enough for Neal. So Neal has to get 600, otherwise he doesn't win.
Works. If Scott does like, or if Neal does the 600, then. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, Scott can. So the thing is that if Scott gets one of the 400 or the 500, then he can solve. If he solves any two of the problems, he's fine. So Scott actually does have more flexibility either way, I think. So he doesn't. I feel like he's not that pressured into having to work on the 600.
Neal submitted D in the meanwhile and got wrong answer on the example test case 1. So I guess he can figure it out. But Scott is already typing F, so Scott is quite a lot ahead now. I mean, the main point is I think that Neal has to get 600, so he kind of had to go for it first, I think. Because Neal cannot win without.
I think there's an argument. Yeah, I think there's an argument that you could make sort of either way. I think it does make a lot of sense if he went for the 600 first. But if the 400 and the 500 are both easy, then Neal has to at least stop. Right?
Yeah, but just like on the bounce probabilities, you would assume that Scott would go for 600 because he needs exactly 600 to win. And also Neal needs 600, so it would be reasonable for Neal to go for 600.
Yeah.
But he's still reading 400, so it could be tough for him. Yeah, he submitted again. And this time Neal got it. So now 500 is irrelevant. We have both competitors tied at 500 points. And it's only 600 that matters. The 500 point problem is not important now at all.
I guess let's talk about the 600 point problem.
Yep, sure.
So we basically need to construct an array, and each row and each column has and the constraints look like the and of all the elements in the row is something, or the or of all the elements in the row is something, and same for the columns. And in each row and column, we have exactly one of the and constraint or an or constraint.
Okay. So we have some constraint. The and has to be something, right? Okay. So if we know that and should be equal to something, then at each element should have all those bits, right? But well, it doesn't sound trivial. I think it is.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all.
So I think that like one observation that you can make immediately is that each of the bits is independent. So like
because
Yeah, let me turn on stream again.
I mean, having at least the video is better than having nothing.
Hey everyone, hopefully audio is working again.
Now audio is working, but video is off.
And yeah, so I'm gonna set up the stream again with the screen capture. Sorry, I had to restart the stream.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, wait. So yeah, so maybe I should not try to describe the solution to the problem with difficulty of 2377 or 2777. That's above my pay grade.
Yeah, I feel like this contest might go on for a while.
Should you have set a time limit?
Nah, I believe in one of these brothers.
Well, then they'll both solve 500, right?
Who would you give the victory, right? No, but they would have to compete for 500 at some point.
Yeah, so that's not as.
Well, that could be fun. Like switch so that you still have enough time to get 500 when you realize you can't get the 600.
Ah, okay.
The match is still going, guys. We have both Neal and Scott tied at 500 points. So they are both working on the 600 pointer to get to 1100. We will show you the screens soon, hopefully. And the 600 pointer problem turned out to be pretty hard. Its difficulty at quarter is 2777, which is quite high for a beginner contest. It's definitely not a beginner problem.
Yeah, for those of you who are sort of unfamiliar with sort of these rating scales and so on, so Coder has their own rating scale. It's similar in some respects to the Codeforce's rating scale, but also a little bit different. And what the difficulty means is that if you had a rating equal to that difficulty, then in theory you have a 50% chance of solving that problem in the contest. So what that means is that since the Coder beginner contest typically has it's rated for users with rating at most 1999, that means that actually most of these users have a very low chance of solving this problem in contest. However, if you look at other Coder problem with 600 point problems, most of them have difficulty below 2000.
On a separate note, Kotatsu Games solved problem A in 19 seconds, and EMTHRM solved problem C in 23 seconds. That's quite fast. I guess I'm not that fast, actually.
But it only matters up to the minute when you solve it.
Not at Coder, no. I think it's up to second.
Coder has second granularity.
Yep. Actually, another interesting thing is that the winner solved all problems in 24 minutes.
Oh, I see.
The winner solved all problems in 24 minutes, and the second place solved the problems in 61 minutes. So actually, this match could go for quite a while. Hopefully, our competitors are.
Yeah.
So
stronger than the
that one person solved F in 8 minutes.
Apparently, it seems a little unbelievable, honestly.
That's very impressive.
Although the given user is red on Coder.
All right, so I think we have the streams back now.
Wait, there?
Oh yeah, there's the stream.
Their code contains vector pairing ints called latte and another one called Malta.
Oh god.
Do you have any ideas what they mean? Latte and Malta?
You mean the person who solved it in 8 minutes?
Like A and
yeah,
like
EI13333. have latte
Oh.
and Malta. So, do you think latte refers to the drink?
Going to need to think about this. Maybe
What's
they
Malta? Is it a country, right?
Yeah, Malta is a country.
right, but it might also be a drink. Reportedly.
Is it?
I don't know if it is a.
Well, a malt is, I guess.
A
Yeah, it's
Malta
more
is a
well-
soft drink. There is a concept of a Malta soft drink.
But Malta, I feel like something weird is going on here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different language.
Maybe. This is a lot of code
Well,
to write in like 8
Japanese,
minutes
yeah.
too. This is very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's impressive.
This is crazy. I mean, there's some stuff that you can copy paste, but it's still.
Yeah, it would be hard to win this contest actually. At the same time, we can see some blue coders solving F, so it's not at all that impossible for the rated participants, but still quite tough.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's appeared before in some contest.
Well, it looks quite original, I'd
Yeah.
say.
I think it's conceptually it's not too hard. I think the first observation is that all the bits are independent, so you only need to solve the 0-1 case. And then I think that the 0-1 case you can find like a specific construction that works. Like Kevin was sort of describing like how to do a construction after you've removed all the constraints. So it seems likely that you can sort of come up with a construction that might not have been intended, but it's still like adequate.
Wait, I think Scott does not realize that they're independent.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Well, I guess you don't need to, kind of.
But I
You
feel
don't
like
have
it's
to- you
much
don't
more
have to.
effort.
Does it? Well, maybe.
Well, so Neal clearly is going with the independent route, which will make this.
I feel like it would be very difficult to do this from without doing the bits independently, because like we have to count how many empty rows and stuff, or like I don't know, like elements can be forced in certain bits and not others. So
Yeah, I agree. It looks like Neal is compiling, so we might be seeing a submission soon.
I think Scott is testing too. Which, as we said earlier, is unusual for this type of contest, but maybe for a problem this hard, it's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't make sense to blind submit just because, like,
Well, but it doesn't hurt anyway, right?
yeah, I mean, that's what I did. Like, I tended to do, I was doing blind submissions because I knew that, like, we had discussed earlier on a different stream, like, what's the penalty? And I don't think there is one necessarily. The penalty is the fact that you did it and you
spend time doing it.
Okay, so it looks like Scott tried to test. It looks like he is failing the sample, and
Scott's actually debugging now.
Scott's debugging. So
Debug output.
looks like Neal is. Oh, he's not done. It looks like he's still.
Yeah, he still has some cases not considered, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he has a construction that works in. He has like a special case, it looks like he has a case where maybe the number of rows and the number of columns are both unconstrained. I'm just guessing from the if statement.
Yeah, maybe Neal is not that close to solving it afterwards.
Okay, he's doing some case work based on the diagonal. Maybe this is something that Kevin was talking about. I think about you can draw along the diagonal to make sure that every row or every column has like a 0 or a 1. Wait, did Kevin drop out of the call? Kevin dropped out of the call.
Oh, let me find Kevin and bring him back.
Let me. I'll poke him. He might have had to leave. He did say he had to leave earlier. So.
Well, I guess the one way to solve it could be just try to put all zeros into cells where you don't have to put ones. And then if some row has all zeros, but it has to have at least one 1, then you find a column which allows ones and put it there, something like that. I mean, it doesn't matter which column you take, right? Actually, there are not so many types of columns and rows.
Right, because the rows and also the rows are independent are like sort of independent at that point because the row is.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would assume that just going for any column that works should be okay.
It looks like Scott might be submitting. Maybe.
Yeah, looks like he's submitting.
Oh, he's submitting. He had some debug. Yeah, he's going to submit now. I'm very curious because I don't understand this code.
Oh, it's wrong answer, and then 9 seconds later, Neal
Oh,
also
Neal
submitted.
submitted. Oh.
Wow. But Scott's isn't correct. So if Neal is correct, then Neal wins.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It looks like Scott.
No, Neal's is also incorrect. But
Who got runtime error? So if we look at looking at the detailed feedback, it looks like some of these tests have interesting file names. So some of them are
actually Neal's submission accepted much more test cases, passed much more test cases. He has also only runtime errors and accepted. So maybe he has some assertion. But maybe just out of bounds. I mean, it could be that
he doesn't have any assertions in his code.
I don't know. But so Neal has more passed than runtime errors and no wrong answers though. And Scott has a lot of wrong answers.
Interesting.
Well, actually about the same number.
There's actually a few tests that Scott passes and Neal fails.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Their solutions are quite different, I think.
Yeah, the solutions are different.
I'm going to take a look at Scott's solution.
Let me remind you that the title of the problem is I hate matrix construction.
Okay. I hate matrix construction.
Let's see who will be the first to say that among the competitors.
I'm trying to figure out why Neal's getting runtime error.
Yeah, runtime should be easier to debug than raw answer, right?
Yeah, but
let's take a look because so it's.
I don't see any assertions, so I'm actually just gonna download this code and see if I can just.
So does he just have some bug? Like
Yeah, you might just have a bug. I'm gonna try to download the test data and run it and see if we can get some visibility here.
Okay.
This is 164.
I don't see any problems in Neal's code indeed. It looks like at least not runtime error-ish. What could be the trouble?
I'm gonna download this test case.
Neal submitted again and he got runtime errors again.
Okay, okay, let me see if I can run this. It got floating point exception.
What? Floating point exception?
Let me get a snap trace.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, division by 0, right? Okay, yeah. So when R or C is equal to 0, then he has problem because he's taking modulo R and modulo C.
Oh.
So if one of those is 0, then probably it should be just return -1. Return impossible, I mean?
Probably. Either it's return impossible or check that the construction works.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, check
right?
everywhere.
Something should. One of those should work. Neal got runtime error again. Wow. Well, there are not so many places where you can get runtime error in this code. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably. I bet he's not expecting the runtime error to be a floating point. I bet he's
Well, I
expecting.
mean, division by 0. I mean, division by 0 is quite a frequent reason.
It is frequent, but here he's not dividing. It's just a mod, so it'll be.
Okay, sure.
We'll see. We'll see how long it takes him to figure it out. I'm sure he can. Maybe he'll just write if he runs it on like a small test case where they're all constrained, he should be able to discover it, I think.
At the same time, Scott is writing some additional code, so I guess he figured out that his solution was not correct in all cases. And now he's trying some more hacks. Let's see. Actually, how did you get floating point exception, Nick? Did you run the code on some test case?
I downloaded the test case, one of the test cases he failed, and I just ran it.
What's the probability that if Neal just runs random test cases, he gets it? I mean, that's quite probable, I guess. Just some small random test cases.
Let me. I can write a generator to try to figure this out.
Actually, Scott submitted. Scott takes it, I guess. Scott submitted, and his solution seems to pass.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Scott won.
Very impressive.
Wow. Yeah, amazing.
It's such a hard problem.
Do you like matrix construction stuff?
Do you guys even know how to do that problem? Like, I still don't know how to do that. Most of this is probably useless, but oh my god.
Can you describe your solution? Huh? Scott, can you describe your solution?
Yeah, let me put on my headphones. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Huh?
Okay.
Here,
are you in the call?
No, I'll plug into the USB, right?
Yeah.
Can you give me that plug?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope that this doesn't kill the audio.
Good job, Scott.
Yeah, can you?
Okay. So, Neal, are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. People say that we have no audio again. Sad. No, well, I hear myself now. It's back now, yeah. Audio is back.
I think we're just gonna.
wrong answer.
No, now it's wrong answer. So I guess he has to do something additional.
Well, I think you should check the.
Verify? You just have to verify that what your function
No,
is.
he has like 3 test cases. 3 wrong answers.
Yeah, maybe if I add a verify, it'll work. Oh, there is one more case where I don't return. I think if n is 1, I have to be careful. Oh,
Yeah,
you just handle
one is also another case. Yeah,
one is like a special
because
case.
if you fill all the row, like all the cells in the row, then it could be. Actually, I think if you just check the construction after you.
Yeah, just check it after.
Yeah, if you do the verification, you'll be fine.
Probably.
Yeah, this problem got really messy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, now everyone hates matrix construction.
Oh.
Maybe.
Hello?
Yep, Scott.
All right, there we go. Okay, sorry guys.
Fine.
Does this
So
all
you
work now?
So we have a question. So we didn't consider bits independently, right?
Don't read my code too much. It's not really worth reading. So you can't consider bits independently. The problem is 64 times 5,000 squared is too big, I think. So you
5,000 square? What's
it's only 500. Oh wow, that would have made my life so
How
much
do you
easier.
output 25 million integers?
You know, I was thinking about that too, but I guess I didn't think about that for long enough. But yeah, so my solution is like a mix of like really, really bad, and then there's just one little piece here that I thought was kind of smart. I don't actually know. I don't actually know why it works, but so basically, so first part of the problem is like you think about each square, and it has like a row requirement and a column requirement. So if the row and column are both ands, then it's like pretty clear greedy on what to do. If they're both ors, same thing, it's pretty clear greedy. The only thing that's tough is if one of them is and and the other one is or, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out that you can fulfill if one of them is and one of them is or, then if the and contains something that the or does not, then you've already lost, clearly, because that must hold that bit. And if it doesn't, then it's still possible for the or to contain something that the and doesn't own. And so you have to decide whether or not to put that there. It turns out that if such values exist, this thing is satisfiable if and only if there exists at least two or rows and 2 and columns, basically. Like if there's an or row and an and column that have problems, then this thing is satisfiable as long as there exists at least 2 or rows and 2 and columns. The reason is because like you need to do it so that all but one of the things on the and receives the value of the or. And if you have at least 2 of each, that's always easy to do. But if you have only 1, then it's not possible. If you have only 1 on either axis. So then I just did this thing where basically for my I can't explain this in words. Okay, so I have this thing NS and NT basically, which is like the row count and the column count. And then I essentially compute the middle value and left. So VV is all the stuff that you know you're going to take. And left is the ones which are optional, which you have to like decide either for this and or for this or whether to take them. And I just take them based on the mod 2. And that turns out to be a sufficient solution. And that's about all I can
Well,
really
that's
say.
definitely too hard to grasp, not like going from outside, but it's still impressive that you could make it work.
I'm honestly shocked that it worked, but yeah, it ended up being like, I think after I figured this idea out, I don't know how much of the rest I need. I actually feel like I might be able to delete like the rest of the code. But then I'm not actually 100% sure. So
then it's fine. Like this code is not harmful, right? So you can just as well keep it.
Yeah, like definitely. So I did some bad checks. Like if this is the case, then bad is true and output -1. But at the end, I actually just run the whole thing on the matrix and just confirm it manually. So definitely those you don't need.
The best way to confirm.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem.
Yeah, this problem has rating 2777 on Kencom. We use quite a lot.
How many people solved it in tournament?
So one person solved it in 8 minutes.
Wow.
Impressive.
It was EI.
Oh, these people are all much better than me. Okay, no, just this one person. Everyone else here.
Just the first one, yeah. But it looks scary when you see that the first person solved it in 24 minutes, like the whole contest. And you expect the second one to be approximately as fast, right?
Did you guys all figure it out already?
I would struggle, I'm sure.
I think we had the right ideas, but none of us bothered to work out the details.
You know, separating the bits is really a nice idea. I kind of wish I had realized that was okay. Like, I really, like, like that was the first thing I considered. Then I just conclusively decided that was not allowed to do in the time. If you separate the bits, then what happens? You have zeros and ones, and then you have stuff. Yeah, it's very clean, right? Because at that point, you just have like
the requirements become like all 0 or all 1 or some 0 or some 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in particular, it's like the only questionable conditions you have, like the only things that don't fall under the strict greedy, is like the and has to be 0 and the or has to be 1. Exactly. And each of those is like fairly easy to satisfy, and then I guess it's more clear why my thing works. I'm kind of abusing the fact that the and or structure is the same across all the bits, essentially. Which I guess I did not need to do. Yeah. N squared instead of 64 times n squared was pretty unnecessary.
Yep.
Why couldn't they have given me easy problems? I love easy problems.
Well, we had to have harder problems for a change. That's fine.
So, did anyone read the 500? Was that a nice problem?
I guess not.
We all ignored it because the moment that it became irrelevant, I think none of us were looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually tried to get 100 as well, but did I lose by just a little bit? Or what?
You lost. Well, also you
I
got
wasn't even correct. Right. Okay, that would do it.
Yeah, I think this will be our last round for today. It's been a couple hours and a lot of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So.
It's been a tough day, but anyway, we learned something, and hopefully next time we get less technical problems.
Yeah.
But this was still a nice experience. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was fun. I think next time we can try to actually do some kind of bracket, just to make it more a little like, I mean, we don't have to have any like prize or anything, but like to just make it a little more exciting to watch.
Next time, watch out for, I guess, Cold Forces is the best source of announcement.
Yeah.
We'll surely have a Cold Forces announcement, but...
Yep. So Neil, Andrew, and Nick have been eliminated from the tournament. Next time you can check in to see which
should you have a round robin now for 3, right?
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yep. Thanks for bearing with us. And
all right.
Be sure to come next time. And
we'll figure out all the video and such.
Yeah, we'll post the videos on YouTube, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
At least in some form, as far as technical issues allow us.
Cool.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
And, we'll try and do another stream soon.